Greetings. This is the Timeshare Traveler. Today is episode 246. Secrets to booking good deals. I've developed some skills over time to get what I think are good prices, and it takes a little extra work, but I think it's worth it. So let me talk about my first thing is it pays to practice. So if you want to try to do something successful, it pays to actually practice it, particularly if you're going to do it a lot. And so I wanted to then talk about the other opportunity. If your one of your favorite places is a place with a lot of timeshare availability, my two best examples are Las Vegas, and Orlando. There's lots of timeshares in those two locations, so that's a great place. If you like going there, you can save a lot of money. And then there's we talk about regular bookings for multiple weeks, and the process that I've gone to do that myself. And then I talk about exchanges. Because a lot of the timeshare companies, I believe, I don't have facts to back this up, I believe they're using timeshares to get new users, and you can take advantage of that even if you're already an owner. And then last but not least, there's the marketing programs, which I think are fabulous deals. So let me jump right in and start on it pays to practice. Okay, it pays to practice. Look for patterns at places you like to stay. It's kind of a different version of education. It's not how to, it's just trying to figure out the pattern. So practice booking places you want to stay before you need to without completing the booking. So in some cases, discover the pattern. So in some cases, you actually have to book it right at 13 months out. And that's how I booked one Christmas for 2025. I already booked it because that's the pattern for that location. Other situations are that there's plenty of availability, and so what I'll do in that case is sometimes book a week, and then I'll actually try to do the discount and cancel my original booking. So you can discover the pattern for that highly available location and do it. So here's an example. I happen to know that for one location that I like to stay at, the bookings show up every week, about 4 months out during the off season. So I just wait for that day to happen, and it happens every day on the same day. It actually happens 2 days during the week. I think it's a Saturday and a Tuesday. And so I just wait for the Saturday, since I've already got one booked for a Saturday, and I grab the Saturday one on that morning I've actually done it at midnight on Friday, and so it shows up automatically. So that's just a pattern I've figured out, and it's a way for me to get discounted stays, and I can stay there for so far 2 months in a row. An example of another pattern, and this is one happen to know that Hilton Grand Vacation runs on East Coast. Their servers are based on the East Coast, so midnight East Coast, which is 9 p.m. for me, is a new day for Hilton Grand Vacations. So what I'll do is I'll book the minimum vacation that can be done, booked out 6 months, so that the Hilton Grand Vacation, the max, so in my case, that's going to be a 2-night minimum because it's just a vacation club. And then every day after that, I add one more day until I get my week. So that's a way to be able to take advantage of that pattern that happens every night at 9 p.m. California time. So again, it pays to practice. Those are just happen to be two patterns I've seen, and those are ones that matter to me. So, but anyway, you can discover lots of them just by practicing. So I like to go to Las Vegas. I'm not a gambler, but I like to go for the shows, and Orlando is similar. There are just a lot of timeshares, and so you almost always have something available. So I practice booking the low-cost vacations with cash only inside, depending on the different thing. It can be 30 days out, it can be 45 days, it can be 60 days out, based on the various windows. And the reason I bring this up, the cost when you book it at close in time is typically less than $400, and when you add up the maintenance fees of actually booking a regular one using your regular booking costs, it's almost always far greater than $400, typically $100 a night, so it's typically $700. So you can save yourself $300 a week. You might need to be flexible because it isn't necessarily going to be the exact property you want to stay at, and if that matters, and spend the extra $300 because it matters to you. So in this case, I've sometimes booked ahead so that I have something, knowing because I want to go during a certain period, and then I see if I can get a special, and then I'll cancel my booking as long as I'm within the proper windows. And check the exchange, RCI interval, GPX, and there's others out there First, check rental rates for cash within the timeshare company. What's their window? Hilton is 30 days. RCI is 45. 60 is 60 to 90 is Worldmark or Club Wyndham. So the various different dates. And again, check the special savings windows as well and know what those are. I just described a few of them. Regular bookings for multiple weeks. Now this is one of the ones where I tell you to take the points when you do a owner update, and this is one I've figured out as well. When you want to book timeshare units using points, they're not always available, but I have figured out a pattern, and it depends on the property, to move their inventory into discounted prices, or they move it available onto the hotel points site. And I've seen this both with Club Wyndham and with Marriott. The discounts can be found for free using hotel points with certain windows in the future. Often 1 week later is a new week that's available, so they often add them as they go. It's a good way to use points you earn doing owner updates, sales presentation, and similar with I'll go through the exchange on the next slide. But I believe this is one way that the timeshare companies try to get new users. So they're not using their points, they're not current owners. They try to reach out to the hotel side to see if they can get new people, trying to get new owners to sign up. So that's why they put some of the inventory out there. And again, I think the timeshares use exchanges to find new owners. It's also what they do with the excess inventory that they have that's not been sold yet. So Worldmark and Wyndham own RCI. So they often discount some properties as a way to get non-owners to book a week, and that's a way they can get potentially new owners. What the interesting part is, this can happen even when you can't, inside the system you have no availability, and they're using excess inventory that they have unsold. Then they put it in the exchanges. So I found this where I can't book it inside the system, but if I go to RCI, I can find it. So that's kind of an interesting pattern that I've discovered. And Marriott owns Interval. So look for Marriott vacations inside Interval, and it's often less than booking direct. So sometimes you can get the discount, even if you have to pay the fee, it's less points plus the discount versus actually just booking with your points. Again, I think it is Marriott's way of getting non-owners to their properties so they can potentially offer stuff. Because I get more offers, even when I show up as RCI, they don't realize I'm an owner until they see me, and then they realize, oh, he's also an owner. Anyway, so that's another way you can sort of get around the system and save some money. And my last way is using marketing programs. Buy a package for well below the booking price. When I say booking price, I mean the maintenance, the points, the maintenance cost for the points you use to book it regularly. So Marriott has Encore package for as little as $199. They can be $1,200 for a 6-night, 6-day, 5-night Hawaii package, but they have them as low as $199 for a 3-night package available to owners. No way can you book 3 nights almost at any location at a Marriott for $199 of maintenance fee. Hilton sells a 4-day, 3-night. I'm going to be doing one of these in Vegas. For $199 available to owners, it's actually $212 with the tax, but $199, and they'll give you 80,000 Hilton Honors points in addition to that. Wyndham has party weekends. It's a 3-night stay. That in this case, I'm doing one with a concert. There are some with wine tasting or cooking classes, and this is $399. You get the concert, and you usually get a dinner with other owners, all included in the package in addition to the stay. And Hilton sells VIP packages to owners, 11,200 points, so it's typically a 2-bedroom for a week, and that's about $1,700, which is typically a little bit less than the maintenance fees, and you don't have to have purchased the $30,000 to own those points. So it's another way to get an extra stay for maybe the same maintenance fees, but without having to buy, so you can use that as an extra vacation. Anyway, hope you love this video. These are my, I don't want to call them, maybe they're my secrets or maybe my obsession. But anyway, let me tell you a little bit about my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to give this video a like. Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com.